All right, so let's talk about it. DJI Osmo Action 6. Everybody's talking about this thing, and it's like supposed to be one of the most important action cameras that's coming out to date with all of the features. So let's get into it. Now, as you know, it's already released in China and it comes to the United States on November the 18th. There's been a lot of speculation about what the camera may have and not have, and now we know for sure. They said it was going to have 8K recording, and that's not happening. They said it was going to have a whole 1-inch sensor. That didn't happen. They said it was supposed to record in ProRes and do all these other things. I don't think that's true either. But there are some things that are true. So let's talk about that. So there is a 1/1.1 stacked CMOS sensor, which should aid in the low light performance. Real important thing, variable aperture on an action camera. It's supposed to be able to go to f2.0 all the way to f4. Whether it's automatic or not, I don't know, but from some of the videos I've seen, it looks like it can work like the variable ISO works, where the camera can decide which aperture to use and you can set it manually, I think. And as always, it has all of the regular things. You know, the horizon locks, the D-Log M with the 10-bit color, rock steady, 3.0, everything action cameras usually have. Same battery, all of that. So this is what I did notice. There's no frame with this. So like here, this is my frame from the Action 3. And it, it's a little protective frame and it had the magnet at the end. Well, this time it's none of that. So why? What does that tell you? That either the camera has different dimensions, which that's what some people say, or this thing was not really necessary. Oh, hold on. Wow. Okay. So how would that work? Like the battery's usually on one side and then the SD card and everything is on the other side in the USB. So how is this going to change the vertical? Ooh. Okay. All right. So in talking about this is what I just came up with. Now with this frame, it has the magnet on this end and the magnet on the camera at the bottom. Now, here's the thing. When you wanted to do vertical video, of course you just changed it and you just attached it on this side and it did vertical 4K just like that. So with this one though, where there's no cage, the battery's on one side, the SD card's on the other side, how can you do vertical video? I think the answer is in that new sensor. So that square sensor that makes it where you can reframe for vertical and horizontal video without turning the camera. You might be able to do that internally. Can't wait to see that one. And I'm surprised that there is no 8K or even like a 5.7K, 5.3K, because the GoPro Hero, even the GoPro Hero 11 had that. So GoPro goes up to 5K. And when I tested that, the 5K looked very nice. So I think that DJI could do a lot with that. So here's something else that I noticed, because I think the devil is in the details on this. So in the teaser that they showed, it said, and I'm looking at it right now, square up, nail the move. Take from that what you will. This is what I think. That square sensor, like I said, you're not going to have to turn the camera vertical to get vertical content. You'll be able to do it in camera because of the square sensor. But here's the other part. So remember how I said I think that the Action 6 is a combination of like these two things? I think we're going to be able to track ourselves we're going to be able to do limited tracking with the Action 6. You can already do that in the 5 Pro, but it's going to be better. Watch. The internal storage is also a good thing. Getting like 50 gigabytes worth of internal storage. And honestly, for what I do, that is more than enough for everything. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Am I going to buy the DJI Osmo Action 6 and why. So let's go through the thought process. Now, the only action camera I have now is this one. This is the Action 3. And you see this is the Street Grip Kit from Teleson on there. So really good thing. Got a review down below. But the one thing about this that I did not like, the one thing about this that stopped some of my workflow was the low light performance, because without proper lighting, this camera did not perform well at all. But when it's broad daylight and everything is out, this is one of the best cameras you can get. And the picture quality, I had this nice grip, but the pictures wasn't all that great. So I wanted something that's going to have better pictures so I can use a grip like this and better low light performance, because that was important to me. I don't do a bunch of actiony kind of things, so I don't care about that. Then I have this, Pocket 3. This is one of my favorite cameras, but here's the thing about it. It has the 1-inch sensor and the gimbal. Perfect. But this is rather fragile. I baby this thing. I mean, like, I really baby this because I'm afraid to break it. Because if I do, I did get Care Fresh, but I might not be able to get one back with all of the stuff going on these days. So I think that the Action 6 is going to be like this and this kind of together. Because you know what I always wanted? I wanted rock steady on this. So that way when you're walking, it's not bouncing up and down. So are we going to get something like that? Will it perform like that? That's what I'm hoping. Also, I have this. See, I just got this. The review is coming soon. This is the DJI Mic Mini and Osmo Audio. Usually I don't go for that, but it sounds great. And you don't need a receiver. When you're running and gunning, it makes it very easy. That's what I have now. And I'm hoping that the Action 6 fills all of those gaps. And what am I waiting for? Variable aperture. I'm with that because of the low light performance of that other camera and the way the Pocket 3 handles an overabundance of light, like everything gets blown out and I have to use ND filters. Well, I want to be able to control the aperture so that way I don't have to have the ND filters, especially in bright environments. So that is one thing that I'm hoping for. I think I saw some videos with lenses. They have some removable lenses that they're coming out with for the Action 6, a macro lens and a wide angle lens. I want the macro lens because I love, with my product reviews, I love to take close-up shots, and the Action camera is the right form factor because I can get in close and do the things that I want to do with it. So I'm hoping that happens. Speculation. Although we did not get the things we were hoping for with the 8K and all of that, I think DJI has some other things up their sleeve. And this is what I think it is. And I wish I can find it, but they did say something about modules in one of the leaks. It was mentioned very briefly, but I read it and it stuck out to me. So with that being said, Insta360 just came out with like extra modules, a special grip, all of the things for their camera. I guarantee that DJI may do the same. Now, looking at the price, they're saying the price is going to be about $379 to $399 just for the regular kit, because that's what I'm buying. I'm not buying the Adventure Combo because I had to finance all this myself, so I'm not doing that. But I'm going to order it as soon as I can. And I'm worried that I won't be able to get it, but hopefully Amazon let me buy it from them, or B&H or one of those companies. So I am ready to go. So please stay tuned for the review and the unboxing for the Action 6, if I can put my hands on it. One of the companies I work with have already pledged to send me some products to review with the Action 6. And we have a giveaway coming up. So that's going to be awesome. So anyway, as always, I love you. God loves you too. And y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.